Welcome to Sprouted Pixel Dungeon. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm really excited to share this with you. I started playing this game in middle school, and I've loved it ever since. Unfortunately, it's not available on iOS, so I've had to emulate it on PC, but it's still really fun, and it's free to play. But, yeah. This is one of the installments in the Pixel Dungeon franchise. There are a bunch of different versions of the game. There's Shattered, Sprouted, Experienced, Goblins, and several others. But this is by far the most in-depth, at least as far as I've seen, and in my opinion, the most fun as a result. This version basically says, let's take power leveling and go absolutely insane with it, because they can. And so, in this version, it's not uncommon to see, whereas in normal Pixel Dungeon or Shattered Pixel Dungeon, you only get like 15 scrolls of upgrade throughout the whole game. In this version, while you still only get 15 scrolls of upgrade, there are tons of other ways to obtain upgrades, and so it's not uncommon to get items that are in the plus 50s and plus 100s. For example, I just got this super rare seed. I believe only 5 or so drop naturally throughout the entire game. Like, that's the most that you can ever get. And this plant, if you toss some upgraded gear into it, it will destroy the gear, but give you some goo as a result, and then if you apply that goo to any other gear, it upgrades your gear. Which is really nice, because it's effectively free upgrades. Doesn't cost a scroll or anything. So yeah, there's a bunch of neat mechanics in this game that I really like, and I want to explore them with you. So, yeah, sit back, relax, probably lay down in bed and start falling asleep. And we're just gonna get cracking on this. I say lay down in bed and start falling asleep because I know that that's generally what I do with longer videos like this one, and I do intend for this to be a longer video. I don't know how long yet, but we shall see. So for now, we're just kind of exploring the floor and making sure we get all of the loot that we can. Okay, so for this room, we're going to need to be invisible. I have 2 different potions, and one of them will probably turn me invisible. Let's try this one first. Ooh, I was right. Unfortunately, we're going to have to hit these guys to get them to move. And then we can go back and turn invisible and walk through there. Because they were in the way, and you can't walk through people, even if you're invisible. But it's okay, because now we've made it. And we got some armor out of it. It's not identified, and it might be cursed. So I'm not going to just equip it, especially because I don't have the strength yet. I only have a strength of 10. Oh gosh, I forget. So in this version also, a lot more enemies give you negative status effects, just randomly through their attacks. So that bat just scratched out my eyes and made me go blind for a while, which is, I imagine, very unpleasant. I've never personally had my eyes scratched out by a bat, but I can guess. Okay, so what we just got here is the Dew Vial, and this thing is incredible. This is my key to winning the game, because this allows you to upgrade your equipment using Dew, and Dew is a renewable resource, especially if we can get like a Wand of Regrowth or something. That's not the only way of getting Dew, but we haven't gotten to any other ways of getting Dew yet, so I'll show you when we get there. Also, I'm really relieved to have finally gotten a level up, as y'all just saw. Because every time we level up, we gain another 5 maximum hit points, which isn't a huge deal in the later game, but right now, that is essential, because earlier, the maximum hit of a rat is 6, which means that earlier it only took 4 hits for us to die to a rat, but now it takes at least 5, which doesn't seem like a huge deal, but it makes a big difference, and it starts adding up pretty fast as well. So that makes it much more likely that we'll actually survive this round. Okay, so we've got a living armor, or actually it's a animated statue. Venomous Knuckle Duster. Okay, so I could fight this guy, and if I kill him, I get the Venomous Knuckle Duster, which I believe does about as much damage as my dagger, but it hits faster and it poisons enemies. I think I'm going to not, because he will attack me with the Knuckle Duster when I fight him, and I don't feel equipped to deal with being poisoned right now. So instead, I'm gonna fight these rats, because I accidentally walked into a room full of rats. But they weren't too much of a problem. So I believe that's everything on this level. Oh no. This is bad. So this kind of rat is the albino rat, and when it hits you, you can start bleeding, and bleeding is the same kind of thing as being poisoned, where it just does damage over time. And yeah, damage over time is a huge problem in this game, especially when you're so low of maximum health. Like, it takes off a 25th of my health every turn. A 25th of my maximum health. Like, that's huge. Doesn't sound like a lot though, but again, this game is about everything adding up, and it really does. It starts adding up like crazy. Also, this Tome of Mastery, you get this usually, I believe, by beating the Tengu, but it also gives it to you for free at the start of runs when you have already beaten him before on this save file. And I have, so I already have this, but I'm not going to use it until after the Tengu fight, just to make it feel a bit more fair. At least in my book. Also, this is definitely not the most optimized playthrough of this game. It's been a long time since I've played. Ooh. And so I'm a bit rusty. My meta knowledge is kind of gone. And I never claim to be the best at this game anyway. I'm just someone who really likes this game. So if there's anything I could have, should have, whatever, done better, let me know down in the comments, because I probably didn't see it. Or if I did, I'll let you know why I chose not to do that. But most likely I didn't see it at all, and so your comments will help me do better in future runs. With that being said though, I am fairly good at this game. I'm not the greatest to ever do it, but I'm not terrible. I can pretty consistently win, and I know a fair amount of the tricks and things that go along with this game that allow you to do some pretty cool things. For example, I chose the Huntress so that I can use the boomerang, because all of the other classes, have a limited supply of ranged attacks that they start out with, and that limitation kind of causes problems, because once you've used them, that's it. And I don't like being in that situation. Sweet, so we just leveled up again, and now we've got 30 health. We've already got 50% more health than when we started this game. Which, like I said, it didn't sound like a lot at first, but when you put it in those terms, it really adds up. You'll see I keep checking my inventory. What I'm doing there is I'm checking to see how much dew I have collected. Not because I'm trying to upgrade anything, but instead because the dew is our really only source of healing at the moment, and I always want to make sure that I have at least a full heal saved up, just in case I end up in a bad situation again. Ooh, that's real nice. We just got a seed of dew catcher. This seed, when you plant it, it basically creates a plant that when you run over it, drops a whole lot of dew all over the ground. And then you can pick it up and put it in your dew vial, which is just great. I'm not going to use it right now though, because wow, we've got 2 of them. That's really lucky actually. But I'm not going to do it right now because we've got enough dew to get by for the moment. But yeah. Once we get down the road, I'll show y'all what that does. These gnolls are really damaging me. I'm not a fan. Okay, that's some crazy RNG. We've got 3 dew catchers back to back. I don't think I've ever had a run that's done that before. Because dew catchers are, I don't know if they're rare, but they're definitely not super common. And definitely not as common as I've made them look. Alright, this guy, this is the guy. This guy is where the game turns around completely. Water with dew, most people say, is the best. And I've seen people online saying that that's the ultimate meta. However, I always choose draw out dew. I'm the king of draw out dew. And I hope I get a chance to show y'all why. I do. So, basically when we have draw out dew, we get this little bubble up in the corner, and that means that it's active, which means that when we kill enemies, they drop dew. And they drop a lot of dew. So a violet dewdrop, we've got 38 right now. I'm going to pick up the violet dewdrop. Now we have 88. Violet dewdrops are 50 dew each. That's a crazy amount. And red are 5 apiece. So now I get to bless equipment, and I choose to bless the leather armor. Which now means, for one, we know that it's not cursed, because in this version if you upgrade anything, curses are immediately gone. But 2, when you upgrade anything in this version, the strength requirement goes down by 1 every time you upgrade it, which is as opposed to in Shattered, where every time you upgrade, it goes down by 1/3, effectively, which I'm not a fan of. I like the somewhat broken and making you feel overpowered version of it goes down by 1 every time. As you can see, I'm leading this guy into the middle of a room. The reason for that is when he dies, I want him to have the most spaces to spawn dew, whereas if he's in a tight hallway, he can only spawn a little bit. And so yeah, now we can bless this armor again. And now you can see how this starts to get out of hand, because we're effectively turning enemies into upgrades. Alright, but you see, the draw out dew just ran out. It only lasts for a little bit of time. But we just got another dew catcher. That's just crazy. But it's okay that it ran out, because it restarts again every time you go to a new floor. And if you kill everybody on a floor really fast, then it will give you even more turns of draw out dew per floor. To the point where if you're fast enough, you can get to the point where you're effectively always drawing out dew. And so every enemy you kill just adds to your upgrades. So we're currently starving, but I think I can hold off eating for a while, because food is not terribly common in this version, except for raw meat, but raw meat can make you sick. I think in this version it can set you on fire and poison you, and both of those things I don't want to deal with. It's really funny, because for the one where it sets you on fire, it's like, it was really spicy, and then you burst into flames. Which, I just like that little bit of flavor text of just like, your meat was so spicy that you literally caught on fire. Oh man, it's been a long time since I've played this game, and as I'm playing, I'm remembering about things that I used to know, such as the egg. There's a super rare chance that some enemies will drop an egg, and then you can also buy an egg in a shop. Basically, these eggs, you can turn them into different things when they hatch, but for them to hatch you have to carry them around for a long time. And then even once you've carried them around for a long time, if you only carry them around, I think it turns into like a scorpion. And the scorpion is pretty lame. But if you throw it on, like, I think if you set it on fire 50 times or something, then it grows into a baby dragon. Anyway, it's crazy. I'll show you more about that when we get to a place where we've got one, or are around one. Alright, so as you can see, we've got the draw out dew again, which means we need to hurry up and find somebody, because once we kill everybody on this level, then we win. So I'm going to run around and explore as much as possible before time runs out. This would be a lot easier with less plants, but plants are also kind of nice because you get things like that. That is a seed of phase pitcher, which basically acts like a well of transmutation, which is just fantastic. What I'm really hoping to find is a really good weapon soon, because our armor is really nice. We've got +3 armor at the moment, and as you can see, it's holding up real nice against this guy, because he used to be pummeling us to pieces, but now we're kind of chilling. Somehow the rat still attacks pretty hard though. But we've just got to make sure that we clear out the floor of literally everybody. Because if anybody survives, then we lose our draw out dew. Or at least we don't have as much for the next level. You might be wondering why I'm not picking up the dew as I'm beating these people. That's just to save turns, because every time you pick something up it takes a whole turn, and I don't want to waste turns just picking up something that'll still be there later. If that makes sense. So instead I just leave it and I'll come back and get it when it's time. Boom. So like that, we just cleared the level, 365 moves under the goal, which means I believe we'll get 365 extra moves of Draw Out Dew on the next level, which is really handy. And the goal is to just keep stacking that. Oh, I was wrong. We've got +5 armor. That's really nice. But yeah, so we can just keep upgrading things. I'm gonna upgrade the boomerang for now, because for one we can, and for another thing, we'll always have the boomerang on us, whereas I plan to transition away from my daggers, or my singular dagger, or maybe it's a dirk, I don't remember which it is. Yeah, it's a dagger. Because it's honestly one of the worst weapons in the whole game. It's what you start out with. And I want to do better than that. Let's see. It works pretty well. 4 damage is not bad. It's more than we do by hand most of the time. Also, another thing about the dew is you never want to waste it. So like, I've got 63 right now, and I think that there's enough red that I can get all the way up to 100 using just the reds. But if I collected a violet, say right now, then I would only use 27 of it to fill up my vial, but the other 23 would just be wasted, and I don't want to waste any of it. It's too precious. So we got 85 left, which means we just need 3 more red dewdrops. Boop, and now it's full. We're gonna bless my armor again. Then I'm gonna go over here, and I'm going to fill it up again using the violet. I'm gonna upgrade this, because I might as well. Now we fill up our vial again. Now you start seeing just how crazy this starts to get. We've got dew all over the place, and we can just keep using it. Ooh. Dungeon blackberries are nice. Also, you'll notice we've been starving for a while, but we haven't really taken damage from it. I'm not sure why that is, other than just we don't take damage very often from starving. I think it's proportional to your maximum health, and I think our maximum health is really low, and so it doesn't make a huge difference at the moment. You'll notice we're killing more enemies, even though we already killed them all. That's because in this version, more will spawn as you're just wandering around in the level. Maybe wondering what I'm looking around for right now. I just noticed that I'm probably... Oh no, I'm fine. I was gonna say I may have to waste part of a violet dewdrop, but I have enough down here to just go ahead and do that and take care of it all. Also, the reason I'm upgrading my gear now and not waiting until I have something better and coming back is because dew evaporates when you go to the next floor, and so it's just gone. If you don't use it on this floor, you don't get to. It'll just be gone. I wonder if these rats are armor piercing, because they seem to hit for about the same damage regardless of what level my armor is. Also, speaking of levels, we're now level 40. Nope, we're level 5. We have 40 maximum hit points, which is twice as much as we started out with, which is quite nice. But yeah, we've got a lot of dew stored up. We've got 96. I could fill up again, and yeah, I'm gonna fill up again, but I'm not gonna bless my equipment this time. Instead, I'm just going to keep it stored up in case I need healing, because that's effectively 10 full heals. Yeah, like it says, are you sure you want to descend? Any dew on this level will evaporate, and your dew charge might be wasted. But, yeah, I already fully cleared it, and everything is fine, so yes, I do want to descend. And now we repeat the same thing. We go through as fast as possible, make sure everybody dies. Ooh. Mail armor, that's nice. You'll notice that we're doing a lot more damage. It's because we upgraded our equipment. I was really afraid that one of his dewdrops was going to land on me, or land on a fire trap next to me and set me on fire. But it didn't, so we're fine. Ooh, this would be a huge problem if we were having lower level equipment than we have, but we're totally fine. That was sad. I just accidentally collected a violet dewdrop in my full dew vial. But it was mostly worth it because I was able to kill that guy and steal his key. And that key is very important later on. but not for a while. Alright, so we just reached the next level. We didn't clear the level. Those are two different things that are distinctive and make a difference. Because remember, I want to clear out the whole level before I do anything else. Wants me to slay the great crab. Cool. I can do that. Oh gosh, there's skeletons already. The skeletons in this version are painful to deal with. Oh, we've lost our draw out dew. It's okay though, because we still have time until the goal. We just gotta find out where the last dudes are. I wonder where they are. Probably over here, if I had to guess. Alright, this guy we have to surprise attack. Yeah, sometimes you can get him like that. Oh, yes. I believe this is the last guy. Nope, it wasn't. Here's some more guys. Sweet. We cleared the level. That took way too long, but it was still 80 moves under the goal, so we still get a little bit of extra time for the next one. Hopefully there won't be grass everywhere on the next one, and we can see directly to the people that we're trying to fight. Let's see what he has. Blazing sword. That's pretty nice, actually. I'm gonna try to fight him. Ooh. See, I'm standing in water so that in case he does set me on fire, I'll be alright. And with that, we can get the blazing sword. Although we've got a bunch of potions and stuff, so I'm gonna go identify those. Dang it. That was not the potion I was hoping for. Oh my gosh, it takes so long for it to clear out. Also, with this great crab, you gotta be a little bit careful, because if you play your cards wrong, you can soft lock yourself. Because if you get trapped in a one-way hallway with him on the other side of you, there's no way to kill him except by surprise attacks. And so if you can't surprise attack him, you're just toast. Fortunately, we're gonna get him. Yep, he's dead. So now we just gotta go find the ghost. First we're gonna drink some dew though, to get our health back up. Oh nice. We might as well eat too, while we're here. trick is now figuring out where in the world the ghost went. Kinda just gotta wander around. I know they've made it in later versions of Pixel Dungeon so that the ghost always is in a reasonable place, but this is an older version where he just kinda goes wherever. Yeah, see, this hallway would have killed me with the great crab. Like, there's no escape. Alright, here's the ghost. Do you want a weapon or armor? I'm gonna say weapon, just to see. Oh, and it's one of the best weapons in the whole game. Ah, but this is before it was buffed. It's still a really good weapon though. It has an average damage of 20 points per hit. My current average damage is 7 points per hit, so that's a huge upgrade. But first, I need to drink some various potions to make room. Cool. Stop sensing smells. Float in the air. And now, I'm gonna bless this glaive like crazy. Here's some violet dewdrops. Let's go. One of these is probably strength, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's go stand in some water in case it's fire. It is strength, haha. In later versions of the game, like in Shattered Pixel Dungeon, the glaive has the same thing as the spear, where you can hit people that are not just next to you, but an entire other tile away. And that is crazy helpful, especially with the huge damage of the glaive. But even as it is, this should still do some significant damage. Yeah, 32 points per hit is pretty good. Let's go see if we can find enough dew to upgrade it again. Cause I wanna see if I can take on the goo with a glaive. Alright, now Now we've gotten the strength requirement down low enough that we can equip the glaive before we even go and attack the goo. So this is going to be fantastic. Ideally, I'd also upgrade my armor all the way, but we don't have enough dew on this level to do that. Not enough dew to do that. But we do want to collect a whole bunch in our vial to use as healing for the upcoming fight, because this upcoming fight's going to be intense, because the goo has been buffed in this version pretty significantly. It summons minions, causes a whole bunch of problems. Overall, not the easiest thing to deal with. You can do it though, if you know what you're attempting and are at least somewhat prepared. Yeah, we're doing 42 damage per hit. This is outlandish. Choosing the weapon was definitely the right choice this time. I'm really glad I didn't just dump upgrades into the sword. But now we don't have to worry about our weapon for quite some time. I'm just going to keep wandering around collecting dew. Getting ready. As you can see, we're taking much more damage from starvation now, which makes sense. We are much healthier than we were. Ooh, seed of phase pitcher. Phase pitcher is a word that I really struggle to say because I see the P in both of them and I'm like, phase pitcher, yes. Or then I also overcompensate and I'm like, the P actually says F in this one, so it's a phase pitcher, which that's also not correct. Oh, our pack is too full for the bland fruit. So, what do we want to throw out? Definitely not the potion of mind vision. Probably not the armor. We should zap the purple heart wand and see what it does, but we should stand in water in case it's a fire. It's electricity. That's handy. A wand of lightning is awesome. Cool. Also, I believe it's possible to get every single type of wand in this game in a single run. And I'd very much like to do that. Alright, we've got a bunch of dew. We've got all of our stuff lined up and ready to go. We got 85 dew, that should be plenty. Actually, while we're here, I think I'm going to, yeah, this is a genius plan. I'm going to drop all of this here, and then I'm going to throw this at this fire trap. Yes. And now we've just barbecued all the meat. Yeah, we've got 30 cooked meat. And eating one of them fully fills us up. So now we've got food for the foreseeable future. And we don't have to worry about when it says, are you sure you want to descend? Because we did clear out this floor already, so we're good. Ooh, what kind of trap is this? Poison dart trap. No thanks. It's the goo floor. Note to all sewer maintenance cleaning crews. Turn back now. Some sort of sludge monster has made its home here, and several crews have been lost trying to deal with it. Leave now. Well, let me see how bad it is for myself. Oh gosh, it's bad. here they are. Oh yeah, they split. I forgot about that. Alright, I beat the main goo. Now we just gotta eliminate its minions. I'm making this look easy, but he just poisoned me and then he spread a bunch of webs on the floor. So, yeah, this fight, kinda terrible. Also, this guy is unreasonably strong. I don't know why he has so many hit points. They also heal in water, by the way, and can go through webs. So, just all sorts of nonsense going on. Fortunately, your projectiles can go through webs too in this version. There you are. Oh, I'm rooted. But I got this one. I believe those are potions of mending. Yes, boss slain. I finally got all of them. Whew, I was a little worried about that. But yeah, you have to kill all of them or else you don't get the key to escape. Alright, this is great. We got a journal page. This allows you to access some puzzles, but those are later on, down the road. And I plan to walk you through some of those, although I don't know the solutions to all of them. But yeah, those are super awesome, and I think you get one from every boss. I'm going to get rid of this sword because we want this, Mr. Destructo, which is a hilarious name. But this thing is fantastic. You activate it and throw it, and it basically acts like a turret and just shoots disintegration beams at all the enemies nearby. It's great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look around for the Rat King. Sorry about my cough. I'm still a little sick. Which, my sickness is why I haven't been posting lately. Oh yes, the Rat King. I'm not sleeping. Please don't take my treasures. Got you, bud. I will not take your treasures, even though they're actually pretty good treasures sometimes, because I know you have a much better treasure for me if I don't take them. Alrighty, so now we're in the underground prison, here for the most dangerous criminals, but they all went insane. And we gotta do the same thing as last time, because as you can see, we've got dew charge going on. So we gotta zoom through, make sure everybody dies. How dare you steal the Wand of Lightning from me? I want that. But yeah, probably get the, ooh, Well of Transmutation. That is really nice. Lets you transform things into other things. Armor of Metabolism. I think I'm good. I think Metabolism is technically a glyph in this one instead of a curse, but it kind of acts like a curse because it makes you hungry all the time. As you can see, we've already run out of our dew charges, and that is because we did such a bad job last time of doing it quickly. So we got to take care of things much more quickly this time. Oh, how nice. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. Hilarious. We leveled up, but we did not clear the level yet. Here we go. Come on, baby. Level cleared in 500 moves under the goal. That's real nice. That should give us plenty of buffer on the next one. Lots of time to draw out to do. I believe that means that dudes should now start spawning. We don't necessarily want them to, but they're going to. Ooh, so this journal is how you access those puzzles like I was telling you about earlier from the pages. But it's more expensive than we can afford at the moment because we've only got, well, we're kind of close. Let's see, what do we have to sell? Meat. It's not enough to make it because the cooked stuff is weirdly cheaper. But yeah. We don't have anything we can really sell for right now, but we can go grab some dew. In the meantime, just to go ahead and get our equipment all the way up. I didn't check beforehand, I should have checked. Oh well. Now we got 90. Let's see, where's some more dew? Actually, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to sell them both. We're kind of close, but we're not quite there. Yeah, doing 64 damage is crazy. Oh hey, we got some more gold, which is just enough to go ahead and buy this. If we really wanted, we could have saved up and bought the Ankh instead, but I chose to not do that. That's not bad. It's a +1 wand, just right out the box. Yeah, we got the journal, which means we can add the page. But yeah, there's an Ankh over here, 500 gold. I don't have 500 gold, so I'm gonna not. Instead, I'm gonna eat, because I'm starving, and then I'm gonna head on down to the next level. Wait, no. First, I'm gonna figure out which potion is fire, because this wall needs to be burned down. It's this one. It has to be. I'm gonna just drink it. It worked. Alright. Same thing as before. We got Draw Out Dew, but also we have a quest from a wizard. Rotberry seed, eh? Got you, dude. What? No, stop stealing from me, thieves. I mean, they are thieves. That is what they do. But still. I'm really glad that we got that really lucky weapon up at the start. Oh hey, there's the Rotberry seed. Ooh, it's a mimic. These guys have a lot of hit points and they hit like a truck. Yeah, the Rotberry plant does do that. It roots you and lets off a cloud of poisonous gas, none of which are nice things. Oh cool, he's standing on a trap. I'm gonna choose non-battle wand, see what he gives me. That's really highly upgraded, but it's not a wand that I really like. I guess I'll have to remember that and go up to the previous level to use the Well of Transmutation to transmute it into something that I do like. Hopefully. I wonder where the... Dang it. I wonder where the other guy is. Because I know there's somebody I gotta kill still. But they're all gone. Let's try over here. I haven't explored there yet. Nope. Dang. I think this is because I stepped on those alarm traps. Yep, see, here's a guy. Yep, and level cleared. Just because he was wandering around. But it was still 414 moves under goal, which is not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can bless up this armor and get it really going. So if we can get that armor up, then we should be set. At least for a while. There are better armors, but it's a really nice one for the moment. I don't see any more violet dewdrops, so should be good on that for now. Man, I really do enjoy the old art style still. Like, yeah, they changed it for a reason, and I get it, but at the same time, I really like it. Paralytic gas trap. Because there's only 2 of them, I can do this, and trigger both of them, and then it disperses and I'm good. Oh, mail armor. I've already got that. I need more room in my bag, so I'm gonna eat this for now. And then I'm gonna drink this. Mind vision, levitation. Oh, levitation, that would have been handy. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's paralysis. No beating me up when I'm paralyzed, that's rude. Yeah, and that's potion of mending like I expected. Woo, we leveled up again. Potion of toxic gas. I don't really need that. I don't know when I would even use that in a run of this game. Yeah, we've got pretty much everything from this floor. But before I forget, I'm going to go back to the previous floor and go ahead and make sure I get my wand transmuted. Leave me alone. Yes, I can see him. But yeah, we're gonna go back up. We're gonna see if we can get a better wand than the Wand of Amok, because Amok isn't really very useful. Did he just do 18 damage to me? That's too much. Come on, man. Yeah, it just makes people attack random people, which is very situational in its usefulness. And I rarely find myself in those situations, so I'm just gonna turn it into something else. Oh, it's a Wand of Firebolt. That's nice. I can set stuff on fire now. It's not what I was hoping for, but I'll definitely take it. did. He did hit me for a crazy amount of damage. I'm gonna equip this again. Because I seem to be doing... excuse me. I seem to be doing better with my leather armor anyway. Yes, descend. Yep, and then we're going to head on down to the next level. But with that, I think I'm going to end it for this episode. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Take care out there. Be good. And yeah, I hope to see y'all in the next episode when we take on level 8. Goodbye for now.